What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go out and work in the garden. It's pretty early in the morning, but we have had excessive heat warnings all week long.
Could you try again?
I see you talking to me. But anyway, so basically we have to go outside very, very early or very, very late. Otherwise, it's just too hot and you take the risk of having like heat exhaustion. So I've got my cup full of water. We're gonna go out and work till probably about 9 a.m. and then it's just too hot. We've had 100% humidity this week, which adds to the 100-degree temperatures that we have, and it's hot. So yeah, so we're gonna go try to go get some work done. I'll probably take multiple showers today. I did that yesterday. It's just, you sweat like every fiber of your being sweat. So I guess we're getting a good detox, right? But anyway, so we've got to go out in the garden and finish up a row that Maggie and I started and try to get things ready to plant. So I'll let you tag along. We'll do a quick check in the sunflower field area before we get started and just see the progress we've got going there. And y'all, seriously, flower farming is not glamorous. I know a lot of people, when they find out that I flower farm, they're like, oh my gosh, what a dream, you're living a dream. It's a lot of work, y'all, a lot of work. Although I will say that the reward is great. It's still a lot of work, not glamorous. I know on my very first video, the introduction to the flower farm, there's a clip of me that I'm like all sweaty, my hair's up in a top knot, and like my shirt is soaking wet, and I'm deadheading zinnias, and I say, welcome to the glamorous life of flower farming. Because yeah, that's the true picture. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell on the video, there's a lot of green popping up. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. See all that? So the story behind this, as you know, this has often been a zinnia field. Zinnia cosmos, zinnias, zinnia sunflowers, like I've mixed it, right? Well, all those zinnias drop seed. So when I spread the compost, it really like fed the seeds. So we've got a ton of zinnias popping up here along with sunflowers. So at this early of a stage, it's kind of hard to tell the difference now that some of them are getting a little bigger. Like, let's see, that right there is a zinnia, that big one. But it's hard to tell the difference when they're young and first breaking the ground. So Maggie and I were walking this yesterday and saw all this popping up. There are sunflowers popping up as well, like that. Those are sunflowers. So what we're gonna do is, when they get a little bit bigger, probably another week, we'll come out here and we'll start thinning out the zinnias that are mixed in with the sunflowers. Because right now it's just kind of impossible to tell in this area. But let me walk you down here and show you this area. So this is where the red hedge will go. So I haven't planted anything in here. So I know that the green that's popping up in here, we know that's zinnias. So I haven't planted this yet either. But down here, check this out. I don't have any zinnias down here in this section. So this is all gonna be sunflowers. This is the evening sun variety that we planted. Let me see if I can get a good angle for you guys. Oh yeah, look at that. Let me zoom in. See those little rows of sunflowers? Yep, those are sunflowers. How about that? So they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, popping up right on time. We do need to add one more sprinkler because you can see where the dark color stops and the light color starts. That section has not been planted yet because I don't have water on it. So yeah, we'll get that planted with some late varieties, something that only takes 55 days or so to bloom, or maybe even marigolds, or I don't know, zinnias. But yeah, so everything's looking good, but wow, there's a lot of zinnias popping up out here. So some people have said, why don't you just underplant the sunflowers with zinnias? So I've thought about that, just, you know, help try to keep the grass from growing and stuff. But I also don't want to steal a lot of nutrients because I know that zinnias, like sunflowers, are heavy feeders. So I don't know. I might leave a few, but definitely not as many as we have out there right now. We worked out here yesterday morning pulling all the grass that was coming up in the yarrow and got that cleaned out, and we left it looking like a bomb went off pretty much because, boy, I tell you, when you start getting hot and that sun starts coming out, 100% humidity in the, you know, upper 90s, you just can't stay out here. So we worked until we were both soaking wet and we're like, okay, time to quit. So we got this bed cleaned up, and then of course down there is the ageratum and the lemon basil that we're going to leave for one more week just to, you know, because the weeds are pretty suppressed where those are growing, so we don't really have to worry about that because all this is going to be planted in pro cuts. So we're going to leave that for another week, and when we get ready to transition to pro cuts, we'll pull that. This will be today's project, getting this zinnia bed cleaned up next to the greenhouse. You can see that all the grass has grown up again. We just mowed it, gosh, maybe 5 days ago. We've been dumping all of the weeds here for Hank to come and grab with the grapple. So I brought my weed eater. I'll trim the edge of that, and then we'll start cutting and pulling the zinnias out. And we have decided to do something fun over here. We're going to mix sunflowers on one row and then zinnias in front, just to add some really just to add some color against the greenhouse for the festival. Here come the ladies out to help me this morning. So if you're wondering where the piggies are, because the gate is open over there, well, the piggies found a new home. I think I had mentioned earlier that I was going to try to find them a new home. I just don't have time to devote to them like they needed, and they needed more space, and I just can't let them out here to destroy the garden. But they're doing great. Hope has sent me a couple of different videos of them living their best life with their sheep buddies. I'll put that right here for you to see. But I am just thrilled for them. So happy that they have more space and, you know, they can be pigs. So happy for Petals and Petunia. It's bittersweet. Yes, I miss them, but I can go and see them anytime, and I know that they're being just well taken care of with Hope. So Hank is about to grab these piles here with the grapple so I can get the mower in here and, my gosh, get this grass cut again and get this cleaned up. It's never ending in the summertime. I don't know how some of you guys garden all summer long. I have to work away at it first thing in the morning and then go inside and cool off. It's just terrible. I know I keep saying that, but y'all don't understand unless you live in a climate like this how miserably hot it gets. Okay, so Hank has arrived. He's getting all the piles up with the grapple. That way I can get out here and mow and start trying to clean up a little and do this like weekly to try to maintain these out here or else it's out of control. Put it in a compost pile because it's full of weed seed. So we have 75 acres here, so he goes way up on the back 40 somewhere, and he's got a pile that he'll dump that in where it can just decompose. Okay, now that I have trimmed the edge and I can see where everything's at, I'll come in here by hand and pull all this out. Yes, there is landscape cloth under here, but as you can see, everything just kind of grows over and hangs over. So once I clean it and pull a little bit of weeds out of here like this, then it will be clean again. So I'll go get the mower, finish mowing the edge, get out here and pull this stuff, and then we'll be ready to start pulling these zinnias out. So I came through here and I cut off the seed heads, and I'm saving as many as the seeds as I can because these are specialty. These are the Charleston Farmhouse. I've already pulled one and threw it over there. So once I get all the seed heads cut off, then I come in here and I'll just pull it out of the ground, clean the bed up, move to the next one. So a lot of these I'm going to save because these are veneries and they're, you know, perfect colors for fall as well. So I'll probably come through here, clip off the heads of everything that has gone to seed like so, and then I'll separate them and save them and replant next year. I wanted to show you the process of how I'm actually saving and keeping, storing these seeds. So these are the zinnias that I just grabbed out of the field that are Charleston Farmhouse. I did grab some of the red yarrow. I've never tried to save yarrow seeds, so that will be something new, but I'm gonna attempt it. But this is what I use to store them in. I got these at the Dollar General and on the dollar aisle. They're called portion cups, and they have little plastic cups with a lid, and I can write with a Sharpie right on the lid what the seed is, and it stores them great. You can also stick a little silicone packet in there, and that will keep the seeds from, you know, mildewing or getting too much humidity. But you know, you need to make sure the seed heads are good and dry before you actually pull the seeds and store them. So I just wrote the CFH is for Charleston Farmhouse, so I'll know, and the variety is called Bubbles. So I just come in here and you can just literally pull the seeds just like that. I'll pop it off of the little petal. You can do several at a time. Just pinch them off, drop them right into your cup. I'm gonna get the mower and finish cleaning this up before it gets too awfully hot. And I'll give you an update on the next video of what's going in here, and maybe let you watch us plant it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Say a little prayer for petals and petunia that they adapt, you know, well to their new home, which they are, and I have no doubt that they are being taken care of. But you know, just wanted to let you guys know and have an update because I know you love them. So anyway, well, thanks for watching, and remember, bloom where you're planted.